Alright, today in Garage Mahal we are outside and it is kind of raining, but we need to replace a battery in the H2. So once you get your latches uncoupled, basically just bring your hood forward, and you don't need many tools. I kind of went overboard, but here's your battery on the driver's side front. You got a couple bolts you got to undo first to actually get to the holding plate that's down below. But basically, I believe this was a 8mm. So just prig that, get it by hand the rest of the way. Or at least you should be able to get it by hand the rest of the way. Let's loosen her up a little bit more. Surprised it's not snowing out here. Okay, so that cable's out of the way. Then this one has two nuts on it. I don't know if you can see that from the angle, but I loosened that up with a 14mm is the outside one for that little accessory guy you got going on there. So I'll put that up there. Then there's a big guy. He is a 20mm, and I dropped it, but that's okay. Didn't go very far. Nimble fingers. Okay, so that disconnects that, and then that gets your cables out of the way enough that you can get the holding bracket down there, which is also a 14 with an extension. And I'll put that, I'll switch these out. Probably good. We can get the rest by hand, I believe. Or not. We're going to cheat a little bit, because I don't feel like getting soaking wet out here. Okay, so that came out pretty nice. So we pull that little retaining block out of the way, and then this bad boy, it is a little on the heavy side. I think it's like a 60-pound battery or something. So we're gonna push it forward and slip her up. All right. All right, so that's your core, and this is your new battery. So basically same battery. And then let's get her down in place. Oh, well, we got the battery out. Let's clean that. I'll be right back. Alright, so we're back with WD-40, and I like to call them little brass toothbrushes. So we're going to spray this compartment down from WD. We're going to scrub around these screws, these bolts, get some of that corrosion out of there. Let's do a proper job of this. Yeah, let's guess what size that is. Maybe a 10. Yeah, she's a 10mm. All right, we're gonna go with the handy dandy DeWalt. Matches the color. All right, so got all those screws out. Put them there. Now let's go. Some dirt out. All right, let's wash this out real quick. Alright, so we're going to spray these guides down. And we'll give that a quick spray underneath WD-40. See all these screws back in place, and again we'll give them a nice shot of WD. Won't need that anymore. I'll go back to the Old Faithful Milwaukee. Let's put that down at number 2. Alright, so we got that tray back into place. Probably the worst time to play with your battery is when it's raining like this, but that's okay. Alright, we got that accessory. Alright, let's put this battery in place. Oh. Is it me, or do you always land on your cables when you're putting a new battery in place? Okay. Alright, so let's get this out. Now, I always like to do the positive side first, because you got a lot more electrical stuff going on. Alright, so we're going to put this first little nut in here. Like I said, that was a 20 millimeter. Not everyone's going to have a 20 millimeter in their little tool arsenal, but just one of those bigger sockets. Okay, so you don't have to He-Man tight it, but you want to get it in there so it's not going to go anywhere. And here's our little accessory. I'm not sure what this was for, but that was our 10, 9, I think it leaves our 14. And where did our 14 go? Alright. That's how you lose sockets, ladies and gentlemen, but thank God I brought this out here. So we're going to tighten it down with our little manual wrench. Okay, so, alright. if you have an alarm, it is going to go off, so make sure you have your keys handy. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, thank you. All right, so again, be prepared to turn your alarm off depending on what alarm system you had. I don't know if this was an aftermarket or a factory one, but after it sets, you're gonna have to absolutely start the truck up. But anyway, this job is done, other than putting this little bracket back in the spot. And once we do that, this job is basically done.